I'm laughing at how pathetic I am. Ridiculous. How ridiculous this whole thing is. Okay, fine. I can't do it. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm going to take 5, sorry. So before I go to the allotment this morning, I'm on a little adventure. I have come to B&Q to try and get myself some onion sets and some garlic bulbs to plant. Spring planting, onion sets and garlic bulbs because I am late. Try not to get distracted by all the lovely dahlia bulbs. So they had quite a good selection of different types of onions and shallots. And they also had globe artichoke, turmeric, ginger, asparagus and rhubarb, which is pretty good. At first glance, they are quite expensive, in my opinion. And why do potatoes always have to come in plastic? So I've just had a little look on Google while I'm sat in my car. And B&Q's onion sets are ridiculously overpriced. It's the kind of place that everyone would go to. That would just be at the top of their brain. If you were just starting out, you probably think, where can I get some onion sets from? Let's go to B&Q. Oh, here they are, I'll just buy them. Let me tell you now, right, they are not very good value, and you can get them way cheaper from literally anywhere else. £4 for about 50, not even 50 onions. Absolute rip-off. And the shallots were even worse. They literally had about 10 onions in them. So that is a no from me today. In the spirit of being thrifty, we are not buying our onion sets from B&Q. Now we're off to see if B&M can do any better. My God, do I need a coffee? B&M had a much better selection of different types of onions, and they seem to be much better value. 3 for £5 or £1.99 for a pack. Same for the garlic, £1.99 a pack, and you get 2 bulbs in there. I am sold. Also had a little stop off in Lidl to check out their bargain seeds, as I do every single year, and they had a great selection again. Tell me where else you can get a packet of seeds for 29p. So I've just come out of B&M and I am thoroughly impressed, and also I've got all the things that I needed, so I'm just going to show you what I got. So B&M had these onion sets, 3 for £5, which is, and there's about the same amount in each bag. I think they were £1.99 each or 3 for £5. So I got 2 bags of Sturron. I've not heard of this one before, but I'm quite interested to try it. So I got 2 bags of those, and I got 1 bag of Snowball. I've not tried these before and they look quite interesting. You don't get as many in this one, but you get so many. Oh, it says 40 pieces. 40 pieces in that, and 50 pieces. 50 onions in these, so I have more than enough onions for the year. And then next I got some garlic, which was also the same price, 3 for £5, £1.99 for 2 bulbs, or 3 for £5. I've got all the same one because I only had 1 type, which is fine. And I just googled, and it is good for our climate, although possibly better to have sown in the autumn, but we are going to try it anyway. Do you know what? I've been looking in the supermarkets for garlic bulbs to plant, because just normal garlic bulbs that you buy from the greengrocer section, but every single one of them seems to come from somewhere else, like Spain. And we've got such an amazing climate for growing garlic, especially on the Isle of Wight, which is really close to me. We have such a good climate for growing garlic that I just don't understand why we need to get it from Spain. Can somebody answer me that? I just don't get it. Because one of these days I want to try out just growing garlic from normal garlic that you buy in the shops, because it's like 30p a bulb. So maybe that'll be an experiment in another video. Just to see in comparison, you know, how they do. I know it's possible, I have done it before, but I really want to do a proper experiment. I also popped into Lidl while I was here, because it's right next door to B&M, and I just wanted to get a donut and a coffee, but I had a little look, and every year they do seeds, and they are so cheap. They're like from 29p a bag. So I picked up a few of my favourites. I got some nasturtiums and some zinnias and some Can't read it, it's backwards when I'm looking on the camera. Nasturtiums. California poppy, nasturtiums and some zinnias, and they were peanuts. So I urge you to go and have a little look in Lidl. Great seeds, and they do work because I buy some every year and they're perfectly fine. They always germinate, so yeah, highly recommend. And the bakery is second to none. Get yourself a chocolate donut, chocolate filled donut, they're epic. Right, I need to go to my allotment now and get these planted, but I'm not feeling 100%. Yesterday when I went to the gym, I noticed that I wasn't very good, and I thought maybe I was just tired, but I think I might be coming down with something, because I'm not feeling great and I feel a bit hot. So I'm going to try and take it easy today, but planting will be quite chill. It's just got really cold. Hi everyone, welcome back to my plot. Today we're going to be planting up some onion sets and planting some garlic bulbs, and I'm going to show you a few of the things I've been doing on the plot and some improvements to the polytunnel which will hopefully temporarily keep it from blowing away. Here we go. Today's weather forecast is a little bit breezy. It's been beautiful this week, but not today. Today is not the one. And it's bloody freezing. I had a bit of a grumpy day the other day when I was here, so I thought instead of trying to film a longer video the other day, I did my little soil video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little bit different I'm going to throw in the mix every now and then. But I did do a bit of weeding. I did film because number one, it's boring, but number two, I just wanted to be left alone really. So I weeded this little bed. I just noticed, oh, for God's sake, something's dug up the bulbs. Oh, that could be anything. Yeah, I moved some bulbs from here to here. Something's dug them up. Probably squirrels, whatever. But yeah, I weeded and mulched this little bed. So it looks quite nice. I think it looks quite nice. Also noticed we're starting to get some blossom on my plum tree. I've never had any fruits on this yet. It's quite a new tree. It's only a couple of years old. It's actually got massive this year. So I'm really hoping to get some fruit. That would be really, really exciting. It definitely needs a prune though. I want to show you something really exciting. So now I can hide again. I can hide in my polytunnel again. The door is back on. The door is back on. My husband did a really quick repair on, it's not a repair, just to sort of close up the severely ripped areas of the polytunnel. I'm actually excited that I've got many more hours on the plot today because I opted out of the gym this morning because yesterday I went and I'm just not feeling 100%. My body is not feeling very good. I'm not up to my usual standards and I'm feeling quite tired, so I thought I would just come down here and just do a little bit of pootling around and a little bit of work instead. My microphone is really annoying me. It keeps cutting out. Urgh, I have time for this. So let's go and set up where we're going to plant our onions and garlic because I still don't know. First little walk on my new path. You know what I'm saying? Path. Right. This makes sense. It makes sense to use this bed. I mulched quite a few months ago because the quality underneath should be half decent. And I don't want to waste these for onions, and that isn't great either. So I think I'm going to go for onions here and then possibly garlic over there in that bed, I think. So there are a few weeds, so I'm just gonna weed out the last few, and then I need to go back to my car to get all my tools. I'm going to weed out the weeds and then I will lay out the onions. That's what I'll do. It's getting a bit warmer. I'm just going to show you the bed because the quality of the soil in comparison to how it was before I put the wood chip on is it's quite astounding, to be honest. You see, the wood chips managed to break down the hard, compact soil underneath pretty good. I mean, it's quite easy to dig into, and this hasn't actually been on it for that long. So it just goes to show if you left it for a whole season, how good it will be underneath. So if you're interested in learning how to improve your soil quality using organic matter, check out my last video because there are tons of ways that you can improve your soil. And a lot of the stuff is available for free if you just know where to look. So yeah. So that's all we did. Only took me about 6 minutes according to the recording. Let's not look at that. That is my task after this. I actually strongly dislike planting onion sets because to me it's like planting a bulb. And I hate planting bulbs. It's boring. It takes ages. You have to wait for something to happen, and I hate waiting. I'm not very patient. Whereas if you plant plants, they're there to see. But anyway, let's get it done. I'm going to start with these. Leave the snowball until after, because I don't know how many I'm going to need to fill this bed. So let's see. I'm just going to lay them out and see how many this bed needs. So that's how I'm spacing mine out. Rows of 5. I wish I could say exactly what the distance is between, but I don't know. There we go. It's my hand width, whatever size that is. And yeah, pretty much about the same the other side. I find this so boring. This is what I like about gardening though, is it's so subjective. What works for one person might not work for another person. Plus we live in different climates. So you might be sowing your onions in a month. You might have already sown them. Do you know what I mean? So just keep an open mind and do what works for you. Right, 2 left. 1 left. Some of these have not been plantable, viable, but I think maybe like 3. So that's not too bad. Just so you know, these aren't planted, I'm just placing them out so I know where they go. I think somebody told me last year that I planted them too deep, which is a common misconception with planting onions. is people just assume you have to plant them deep, but you really don't. You have to plant them so that the tip of the onion is showing. This is good though, because it just makes it easier and quicker, because nobody wants to be planting bulbs, least of all me. Right, how many more left? Because I am bored. Right, now they're all laid out. Just need to go through one by one and stick them in the ground. And I've got just the tool for the job. My trusty dibber. Let's go. That is a lot of onions. You know, it's so noisy around here today. It's windy, cars are driving past, somebody's car alarm's going off. It's not very peaceful, I can tell you that much. Now let's time lapse this bad boy so you don't have to sit here and watch me planting onions for the next half an hour. Good. Is that one gone? There it is. Just hoping nothing comes along and eats them. Is anything like an onion bulb? Everything's supposed to hate the smell of onion. This is incredibly uncomfortable to do. This is in the way. I really planned this out very well. I actually give myself nowhere to plant. Good already. Already it'll be worth it, Nikki. And you're digging up lovely onions and making a little onion plat that you've never made successfully. It'll be worth it. Let's tell you a little fun fact. If you plant them too deep, you end up with really thick stems and really thin bulbs. So that's why we don't plant them too deeply. Saying that, I've just buried all of the tips. I'm not enjoying this, guys. Really hurting my knees. Only halfway to go. A bee just went in here. A bee just went in there. And then it came out again. I'm like a quarter of the way done. Despite what I said about the onion tips need to be showing, you can't see any of mine. But to be honest, I've done the same every year and they've always kind of worked out all right. So they're not very deep. They are really, really shallow planted. So I'm sure they'll be fine. Just having a little look around the shit show that is the rest of my plot. I actually need to sort out this bed. And I'm procrastinating from doing that one by possibly doing this one. But it's got my strawberries in it. And it doesn't look like I've actually got many strawberries. I'm thinking they might have died. But yeah, there's a lot of work to be done down this end. I'm just kind of the mindset that I want to finish up there first before I start down here. Because this is like another area to start work on, isn't it? I might weed the bed underneath where I'm sat because I need to get my garlic in. So let's do that next. Despite being mulched with cardboard and wood chip, loads of weeds come through this one. So I need to weed this one first. It's a lot longer than I expected. I'm going to try and get the garlic in this bed now as well, and then I'll be done for the day. Right, we need to have a look at how many clones we get from each bulb. These are the bulbs. Let's see if we can break them up. Probably an easy way of doing this, isn't it? Looks like a normal bowl of garlic, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10. It's so windy. About 10 bowls from that. Some of them are smaller than others. Way easier. Thank you. Let's get those planted. So windy. I do similar to what I did for the onions. How I'm going to plant things. But they're going a bit deeper. Six.
Thanks so much for watching. I will see you again next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.